Hey guys, it's Allie. I'm here for Yoga Flow. Let's just get into it. I don't need to describe it, you're gonna do it. So there we go. Let's just do some centering. So come to a comfortable seated position, close the eyes, and just transition. This is the part where we tuck all of the day away, all of the past away, all the future stuff, all the to-do list. It just drifts. So all you have is right now. Eyes close and let the body just sink in. Just honor that special time for just you with your breath and your body. Start to lengthen the breath. Deep inhale, little pause, deep exhale. Maybe we do a little Ujjayi breath, which is basically, you kind of just hear it a little bit more and feel it a little bit more in your throat, like if you were fogging up a mirror. So deep inhale, Ujjayi breath out is, you're gonna hear it's that Darth Vader sound. You'll feel it in your throat. It really lets everything in. So have a few of those breaths and just sink in. Inhale, let it out, open mouth. Deep inhale in. Ujjayi breath. Maybe soften the shoulders, lengthen the neck, shoulders relax, go down and back, open the chest with pride, be tall. And maybe this is the time for you where you set an intention for your practice, whether it be a mantra, something you want to bring in, or maybe something you want to let go, or anything else that just speaks to you. Let it come in with the breath, hold on, and then release it into the universe. I know it's a little hippy dippy, but it works. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Keep going like that and let yourself just sink and let go. From right where you are, eyes softly open, and we're gonna warm up the wrists. Since we've got a lot of down dogs, we're gonna do a little wrist heavy work today. So just start balling them up, circle, one way, then the other. Mine are cracking, it's totally fine. Interlace, figure eight one way, and then the other. And then you take it, grab with the other hand, and like you're making a triangle. Come up and you're pushing down on your knuckles for a light stretch. Come down, pull up. Fingertips forward, and you gently go back on them. You're gonna feel it in your wrist and run through your forearms too. Keep that breath going, and then switch it. The last one, we're gonna take our thumb of the opposite finger between our pinky and our fourth digit, and just like you're peeling it back. Come in and hold it. And whenever you feel that stretch, just hold it there. I used to do jujitsu, and with all the wrist locks, my wrists would get really tight. So I always warmed them up before. So these are great to do if you're doing martial arts, if you're weightlifting, all those grip and forearm work, or if you're doing lots of down dogs like we are today. Just shake them out. And we're actually just gonna go right into it. So we're gonna start in that down dog, find that grip, and a really great way to prevent wrist pain is one, equal pressure in the hand. You don't wanna dump into the wrist like you're gripping with your fingertips. If you're still experiencing pain, your hand usually goes straight, so my wrist is straight. But if I tilt it, I make a V with my forefinger, and that's how I do my down dog. I've now changed the angle, and I have more pressure on the outside of my hand than the wrist. So play with it, see what works for you in your down dog. But the key is gripping with those fingers, strengthening the forearms. That's the key. If you still have wrist pain after that, don't do it. It's not worth it. You can always do forearm puppy pose or any other modification that works for you. So blah, 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 let's do yoga. So grip in, hip bone goes back, and we're not really warm now, so feel free to bend those knees, Heels come up. Don't worry about the heels pressing down. That forces your body. So bend your knees, you'll get there, and think of lifting your tailbone and pushing the floor away. My ear is in line with my bicep. My biceps spin towards the front of the room. This front of the room, not that one. If you could put your biceps there though, you should be teaching yoga. So find that down dog and settle in. Take a few of those deep Ujjayi breaths. Inhale, let it out, exhale. Couple more. Maybe go back to that intention. Just let your mind wander and it will go where it needs to. We're going to start by little steps over to our hand. Again, the back of our legs really aren't warm, so give yourself that bend. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slow rise. Lift with purpose. Create a long line, palms meet. Exhale, hands come to chest. Oop, on the step back. Inhale, lift up. Swan dive forward. Come on through. Down dog. So just walk it out. Maybe the head nods yes and no. Make sure those fingers are gripped. From here, three-legged dog. So right leg goes back. Find that stretch, and then my knee is going to come to my elbow. So I'm going to make sure my hands are straight and based up, and my knee crosses my body. I twist. I come as close to my elbow as I can, or I touch. Exhale, send it back. So my hips are square here, and then as I come forward, they rotate through. To give me that, my shoulders are directly over my wrists. Exhale back. Inhale forward, hold that knee, hover. Exhale back. Down dog. So foot drops, you can walk, or maybe you do a small hop. And to hop, I look at right between my thumbs. Bend my knees, look where I'm going first. Small hop, land softly, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slow, slow rise up. Exhale, fold. Plant those hands, feet go back, couple of breaths. Just take 5 deep breaths here. Let everything relax. You stay right where you are. I'm just going to adjust the camera so we have a little bit more sight line up. There we go. Hi. All right, last breath. Down dog. Left leg goes back. Got that stretch. Knee to elbow, I rotate in. Exhale, send it back. Inhale forward. Back, we have one more of those, make it your strongest. Maybe hover for just a moment. Push it back and down. Here, we're gonna shift to plank. So my shoulders come over my wrists. You can modify by putting your feet, these aren't your feet, these are your knees. There you go. Come on down. Roll those biceps forward, lower down halfway, chaturanga. Push back up. We've got 3 of those. Inhale, exhale, go down. This is different than a push-up because my hands are scraping my ribs. Push-up, I'm out at an angle. Chaturanga, I'm right by my ribs. So while I go down, my ribs brush against me, and then I push up. If you're in a regular plank, stay there. If not, knees up. And we're gonna go to lunges, but make it kind of quick transition. So my left leg comes to the outside of my hand. Outside of my hand. Left hand goes up. I'm lifting through. So I'm not dumping in, I'm lifting. I have strength. Exhale, put the hand down. Back to plank. Chaturanga push up. And then opposite side, right leg. Right arm, twist, lift. Here you go. Plant that hand. Plank position. Knees come down. child's pose. So give it a good stretch. Any way that feels comfortable for you, but you're trying to sink your hip down to meet your ankles, and then stretch the hands forward, palms down, or wrists up. And this pose is available to you at any time. So if you're working and you're not feeling it, come on down and just center. Take a few breaths. One more deep breath. Perfect. So lift through back and plank. We have one more round of those lunges. So left leg, outside, left arm. I twist, I find length, hand down, foot back, chaturanga, other side. There you go. Sink those hips in that lunge, then that hand goes up. Full body stretch. Hand goes down, foot goes back, chaturanga push-up, and then send it back, down dog. So you do a few deep breaths while I explain what's coming up next. We're gonna flip our dog. So if this doesn't work for you, just do the flow we just did. If you're with me, right leg goes back, and then I'm going to brace my left side. So my weight shifts slightly to my left foot, my left arm, and then my right foot goes down, twist, pull back. So if you've got it, stay there. I'll go through it one more time. I'm in down dog, right leg goes back, my toes hit, I twist my foot and I go back. So reach like you're going to the front of the room. Open everything up, exhale, and then come on back. Down dog, 5 breaths. Deep inhale, Ujjayi breath. Go at your own pace. Just hang out here, and maybe now those heels come a little bit lower. Maybe not, wherever you're at. We're gonna flip the dog on the other side. So left leg goes across. My knee and my hip lead me. Drop my foot, then my hand spins back as my base shoulder turns. And reach back. Really getting a stretch along the ribs. Hold and breathe. Hand comes around, foot goes back. Knees down, child's pose. Maybe roll out the forehead. Take a breather. This part's yoga too. Don't consider it a rest. Consider it a pose. But it's really reflective. This is your time to go inward. One more deep breath. Let it out. So, toes turn under. I pull myself up to that down dog. Walk or gently hop, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slow rise. Gather, long line. Exhale, hands come to chest. Maybe you just stop right here. Close the eyes and just recenter. Find that deep breath that goes deep into the belly. The chest lifts, my ribs expand. I feel it deep within me. Let it out. Bring in what you need. Let out what you don't. 2 more. Eyes gently open. Inhale, lift the arm. Exhale, fold. I'm just going to shift towards the camera. So we're going to do a little variation of the forward fold. So when I come down, I'm actually going to put my palms underneath my feet. If that feels tight in the back of the legs, bend the knees. But wherever you are, drop the head, let it be soft, and then pull your upper body, if there isn't resistance, towards your knees. You'll know when you hit your spot. Hang out there, don't push past it. One more deep breath. Flip the hands, bend the knees, hands go forward, and I rise through to my chair pose. So with chair, my hands are again just like down dog. My bicep is in line with my ear, and I usually take my hips, I tend to pop out, and I want to scooch in. So that'll be unique to your body, but think of the tailbone curling under, tight core, arms lift. If this is tight on the shoulders, arms can be down, prayer hands, even back. Whatever feels good, make it your own. 2 more breaths into chair. Exhale, forward fold. Palms go under, knee to nose. 2 deep breaths. Hands flip, and my knees first. My hands flow through the floor, and I rise with them. I find that foundation. My shoulders sink back down, but my neck is nice and long and soft. Breathe through. Exhale, forward fold. Palms under, or your choice. Maybe you want a ragdoll. Maybe you want a regular forward fold. Anything that feels good. I always say the pose right after chair is the best one because you're relieved to get out of it. We're not there yet though, we have a couple more. Knees bend, and I lift. Find that chair. This one we're gonna do something a little different. So I'm in my chair and I'm gonna transition to warrior 3. So what I do to get there is straighten my right leg, fall, no, don't fall. Shift forward with your hands, shift up with your legs. So chair pose, straighten my leg, come on, warrior 3. With warrior 3, my hips are square, so they're facing down. Don't tilt open, see, that'll make you fall. Your toes are down to the floor. Exhale, forward fold, your choice. One more, knees bend, slow shift, that chair pose. Straighten the left leg, and then tilt forward, warrior 3. Breathe through. Foot comes down. Forward fold. Palms aren't going to go underneath though. Just let them drop to the ground. So I'm in my forward fold. My hips and lower body stay right where they are, but my hands rotate. So I get a little stretch. Whatever side you're going to, the opposite hip is going to want to turn with you. Don't let it, because that's going to turn the knees. So it's important to have everything squared, and it's just an upper body stretch. Breathe deep. Come through the middle, twist the other side. Keep those hips in line, just get that stretch. And plant the hands, knees come down, and we're gonna do some cat and cow. So find that foundation just like down dog, not dumping into the wrist, gripping that mat, floor, rug, wherever you're at. Inhale, lift, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Get every vertebrae going, move nice and slow. Link breath and movement. Keep it going. Look up, and then I curl all the way down my chin to my chest. 2 more. Walk those hands forward a little bit. Toes curl under. Down dog, weave a sun salutation. So walk or gently hop, forward fold, inhale, halfway lift, exhale, go back, inhale, slow rise up. Maybe you take this one back a little bit, exhale, hands to chest. Just have 5 breath here. Maybe the eyes close. Find some peace within. Inhale, Ujjayi breath. You should be able to hear it. The only sound going on in your head. Let it clear the space in your head. Everything else floats away. Let that heart rate come down. Breath nice and deep. Here we're going to inhale with the arm. Exhale, let them down. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to do a figure 4 stretch, but we're going to do it standing. So find a strong foundation. I like my feet right underneath my hips. Everything's stacked. That's what works for me. If you have a little turnout, wherever you feel solid, that's good today, as long as the knees don't cave. Inhale the arms. Exhale them down. This time on the inhale, the leg goes up. Exhale, figure 4. So my ankle is past my knee, so I'm not pushing it. If you want to get deeper into the stretch, think of taking this thigh, pushing it down, and then my hips go down. One more breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale the arms down. Inhale the arms up. Exhale down. Then with hands out to the side, just go side to side. Let the hands be loose. They move where they want to go. And inhale the arms straight forward. I open up. Exhale down. Inhale. Figure 4 on the opposite side, so the ankle crosses. It's past my knee. Don't let that knee cave. It's going to wobble. Real important. It stays in line with that second toe. And then sit deep into the stretch. Exhale up. Inhale. One last forward fold. I'm going to shift. Stay right where you are. Just press the hands down. One more last down dog. Deep breaths here. Let it out. And then simply come on down and the legs go through, so we're on our back. So bring the knees in. They're just gonna rock side to side. That low back gets a little massage. Knees come towards my armpits, feet go up. The bottom of my feet are facing the ceiling. Don't let them tilt, bring them up. So if the hands don't reach, have them grab the ankles, the shins, or maybe they do and they go on the bottom of the feet and I'm pulling lightly, but I'm pulling my knees down towards the ground. So happy baby can be an active stretch. You're mimicking a squat. What we're going to do is our right leg's going to go straight, left knee comes in a little bit. You'll feel a deep stretch along the back of the posterior chain. If that's intense, just bend the knee a little, straighten if it feels good, and then switch right knee in, left leg long, and each one will probably feel different. Now both feet come in, they drop, and we're in butterfly pose, but we're on the ground. Gravity is gonna gently pull you down, so let that happen. Maybe the hands go right over your heart and you breathe into them. Bring in what you need, let out what you don't. One more deep breath here. Make it the best one. Ujjayi, inhale. Exhale, open mouth. Beautiful. And from here, legs go long, hands come down, eyes closed. You work for this. Enjoy Shavasana. Just be peaceful here. Let the body unwind. You got all that warmth from the movement. Just let it sink down. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. Let the body be soft. Let the mind be free. Stay right where you are. Feel free to stay there a little longer and take as long a Shavasana as you need. I hope you received whatever you needed from this class. Namaste.